Welcome to the world of the Vikings, a time when strength and cunning were valued above all, and few people embodied these traits as powerfully as Gunnhild Kongemore, the queen who should have been a king. Her story, set against the backdrop of the warring kingdoms of Norway and Denmark in the 10th century, is one of ambition, cunning and power. But who was Gunnhild? And how did she rise to such prominence in a male-dominated world? Let's dive into the sagas and find out. Gunnhild was born in the early 10th century, though the exact details of her birth remain a mystery, shrouded in the mists of time. Most historians believe she came from Denmark, though some accounts link her to a powerful family in Norway. One thing is certain, from an early age she learned that power was not simply inherited, it was taken. The sagas tell us that Gunnhild was married to Erik Bloodaxe, one of Norway's most fearsome kings. Erik earned his name through his violent campaigns to consolidate power, cutting down rivals and traitors with his deadly axe. But as terrifying as Erik was on the battlefield, Gunnhild was just as dangerous in the political arena.
With my axe I claim the throne, but with Gunnhild by my side we shall rule with an iron grip.
Together they were a formidable pair, each wielding their own kind of power. Together, Gunnhild and Erik ruled Norway. But Gunnhild was not content to merely be a figurehead. She quickly learned how to manipulate the men around her, be they kings, warriors or allies, to secure her own position. She would become a master of Viking court intrigue, a woman of sharp wit and ruthless ambition. One of the most infamous tales of Gunnhild's cunning comes from Egil's saga, where we see her political and personal ruthlessness on full display. The Icelandic warrior-poet Egil Skallagrimsson insulted Erik and Gunnhild during his time in Norway. Egil was known for his hot temper, but what he didn't anticipate was the ferocity of Gunnhild's vengeance.
He insulted you, my king, and by insulting you, he insulted me. He must pay.
But he is no easy man to kill.
Then we will not kill him, not yet. We will place a bounty on his head so high, no man in the north can resist hunting him down. And when they bring him to us, we will make him suffer.
Gunnhild's plan was put into motion. Egil, now marked for death, was forced to flee for his life, spending years evading capture. Gunnhild had turned the full weight of the kingdom against him, and though Egil ultimately survived, he never forgot the cold and calculated wrath of the queen. But Gunnhild's cunning wasn't limited to her enemies. She used her sharp intellect to secure her son's futures as well. After Erik Bloodaxe was killed in battle in England, cut down as he fought for control of Northumbria, many believed Gunnhild's power would fade, but Gunnhild had no intention of disappearing into obscurity. She returned to Norway with her children and began maneuvering to put her sons in positions of power. This wasn't easy. Norway at the time was divided among various chieftains, many of whom resented the idea of a woman holding influence over them.
Why should we take orders from a queen, and a foreign one at that? This is a land of kings and warriors, not witches and schemers.
Kings may wield swords, but women wield power in more subtle ways. Do not forget, chieftain, that those who oppose me often find themselves cursed.
You see, another element of Gunnhild's legend is her reputation as a sorceress. Some sagas suggest that she learned witchcraft during her time in exile in the far north, possibly from the Sami people who were believed to have deep knowledge of magic. Whether or not Gunnhild truly had supernatural powers is unknown.